What's your excuse? Hey YouTube, this is Will from Will Development, and this is my 129th weekly update. This week went really well, actually. I was able to, I don't know if I mentioned it last week. I know I did, yeah. So my overhead press was suffering just a little bit, and it was because of some shoulder issues once again, but I was able to literally power through and sort of bumped up my prehab and my mobility work on my shoulders. And I've also added in, I believe they're face pulls. 2 times a week I do about 3 to 4 sets, somewhere in the 8 to 10 range, and I really focus on squeezing that when I do them to really activate my rear delts and everything, and help keep my shoulders a little healthier and to strengthen that area back there and all that good stuff. And I do a bit of pulling during the week anyway, with rows, and I throw in chin-ups and pull-ups throughout the week anyway, just kind of randomly here and there, just to make sure, yeah, I can still do a pull-up. And it's definitely helped. I'm still away from my quote-unquote PR weight, which is like 150 is the max I've ever done overhead, but I was moving 140 for 3 reps, and then I bumped up the weight just for funsies, bumped it up to 145, and just did a bunch of singles throughout the day when I trained my overhead. Squats went good. Decided to just throw on some more weight and lift some heavy shit, and heavy for me anyway, and threw 225 on the bar and did it for singles, just a bunch of reps. I sort of adopted that mentality that after I did my working sets, I wanted to sort of throw on things that were maybe even my max, I don't know, but things that were a lot higher than what I was working with, just to see what I could get out of them, just to lift some heavy shit. And it worked. It helped a little bit, I'd say. Obviously long term is when we're going to see the results of that sort of training, but the overload, I could definitely feel it, and I feel a little bit stronger because of those things. And same thing on the pulls. I did rack pulls with like 395, I think, and decided to just throw a 405 on there and just pull that for singles too. I've been sort of brainwashing myself, just going through the starting strength, and I found out Mark Ripito has a channel on YouTube, so I just went through and watched a bunch of those videos and sort of let myself get brainwashed by him. He's more of an expert for like beginners and people first getting into training, but the way I've always looked at myself is, if I'm doing something different from what I've been doing for say 3 months, I am now a novice at that particular routine I'm doing again. So I looked at everything he said, and a lot of his ideologies on a lot of things, and I've done starting strength style programs in the past and saw good results with them, so I'm sort of kind of going back to that. And obviously this is the final week of my last training block that Nate programmed, and he's already got a new one made up as well. It's sort of a deload thing, but I'm going to talk to him and just see if I can sort of get into I'm going to call it like a starting strength style thing, but more so geared towards strongman. Obviously not as much flat benching as in starting strength and things of that nature, because not that flat bench, there's nothing in strongman that's really directly correlates to strongman. Incline bench, yes, because you've got the overhead press and things of that nature, but there's nothing in strongman that's like you're laying down and you're pushing this way, you know what I mean? So it's got a good carryover for like tricep strength and things like that. And obviously having a strong chest is helpful in certain situations, but overall I want to be more geared towards strongman, because I would like to enter a competition and not come in fucking like dead last. That'd be nice. I think, I don't know, I'm a relatively competitive person. I've never really called myself a competitive person. I mean, I think everybody is on some level, but I'm not really like, I want to go fucking win, I thought I was when I went to the challenge like last year. I think that was 2 years ago, maybe even now. And it sort of kicked me in the teeth that I am, first of all, not competitive in terms of just the nature of the word compared to those other people that were there. And was not nearly as strong as I thought I was by any measure or scope of the imagination. And I want that to change. And I mean, just basically treating myself like a novice all over again, I think helps me reprogram motor patterns and things like that. I think it'll help me overall. So other than that, big shout out to Brian Shaw for winning the Arnold Strongman Classic, as I did predict. Now, plenty of things did not go the way I thought they would. I mean, I never expected Thor to be the winner of the overhead press event, and I never would have expected Jerry Pritchett to pull a 1031 deadlift in the Record Breakers event. That's kind of a weird thing, too. You know, I'm going to talk about that for just a second here. So Brian ended up winning the deadlift event in the actual competition with like a 991 pull, which compared to last year, that's almost laughable if you just like look at the percentage-wise, I guess you could call it. But because last year that would have been like 4th place. But Jerry ends up going on to the Record Breakers event and pulls 1031. And it kind of confused me because I was like, why didn't he just pull 1031 in the actual competition, win that event, and then also get the world record for it? I'm not sure how they had it set up. I know the Record Breakers get like $5,000 bonus for winning the record or for completing the challenge, but it would seem to me if the dude in the competition does the event for the record breaking and breaks the record, he should still win it even though he didn't do it in the capacity of the event for record breaking. Beats me, I don't know. All I know is big shout outs and congratulations to Brian Shaw. And I definitely recommend you watch all the footage they have on YouTube for the Arnold Strongman Classic for 2017. Lots of great footage. Rogue did a great job recording the entire event, as well as Generation Iron did too. Those are 2 good places to watch it. Other than that, check down below for the video from earlier in the week. And if you don't, then what's your excuse?